Hi, this is Monster from I Want Cookies. I'm doing this top 15 questions that you should never top 15 things you should never say to a person who has autism. Alright, one of the biggest ones that I particularly don't like. I don't like the majority of them, to be fair, or any of them for that matter, because I am autistic myself. Um, and I don't like the word in the sentence I'm gonna use. I'm gonna have to do it anyway for this video. Is being autistic like being a retard? Retard being the word I don't like at all. Um, Specifically, it's not. It is what people with autism used to get called many years ago as a classification. It's not right. It's not the same, to be honest. But well, I try not to think of. I try to pretend that word doesn't exist, if I'm honest. But it's not the same. I'm autistic, but no one should ever be called that word, if I'm honest. And so it's not like being that word at all. I really don't want to get into detail on that one because I don't like that word. And just mentioning that word in the first part of what I just said, that makes me feel really uncomfortable, but I wanted to do it for this vid. Alright. Should you, right, should you be proud of yourself as you look normal? I find that offensive myself. You look as you normally do to me, right? If you look different, you're different. It's not the end of the world. I look different because I wear these, but it's not the end of the world. People just can be just really mean and prejudiced. You must be, I. You must be high. One of the other things was, you must be high functioning. Some people don't. Some autistics don't like the classification of low or high functioning autism. Um, I don't mind either way myself on that point, but we do all vary on different opinions. Um, but to each their own. Everyone's different. But again, classifications can feel wrong. Can autistics write a blog? Write blog posts and be either independent or dependent. You can write posts and be dependent or independent. It's more or less basically you just want to do a post or a blog. A blog. Is every autistic the same? No, we actually aren't. This is a common thing that people always say, always seem to bring up. We are not the same. There's a spectrum. Everyone appears at different points on the spectrum. We are not all the same, but we all deserve the equal amount of respect that everyone else, that people with autism get. Can autistics have sex? The majority of us that are more independent and stuff like we basically the majority of us actually can, but it's one of them. Um, yeah, we actually can, but it's a really tricky one. That on you can, depending on what your situation is. I'm not meaning to sound harsh on that one. I don't mean to sound in any way horrible on that point. We are all different. So I got a really bad cough. Does having autism mean you're good at maths and computers? Well, to which I say, if you're good at it, you're good at it. If you're not so good, you're not so good. It's not the end of the world. We've all got things we're skilled at. Can you get married and have a job? You actually, some people with autism actually can't get married because of how severe their condition is. I do feel sorry for them. But a fair amount of us actually can get married and all that. You can also have a job as well. I work in a pet shop as a volunteer. Enough said on that one. I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest. Wish it was paid work, but voluntary it's not bad, but it is what it is. Alright. Do you have to take medication? No, you don't have to take medication. A person without autism can take medication, same as a person with autism. If an autistic person takes medication, they have their own reasons. That is not always down. Some of them do it, some of them don't. It's like any other thing, really. That's just from what I can say. Speaking for autistics, as in, speaking when you're in the same room as them, and you're speaking for them. If they can't speak in general because they have another disability that affects their speech, that's different. But it's really not nice to actually speak for them when they can. Some of them, if they need a little bit of help, they need a little bit of help. But don't try not to speak for them. When people say, "Can you not flap, jump, or rock, or spin?" This annoys me because in sixth form there was actually a tutor who did actually say this to a kid with a learning disability, or a few of them, in my sixth form. I'm not meaning to sound like a bad mouth in the place, but that tutor actually said that to the students, to the ones with the severe learning problems, and I thought, you absolute horrible, horrible human being. And I don't normally say that about people, but she was mean. Really mean. Scary even. And you shouldn't really be saying that to them in general. You wouldn't say that to anyone without autism, would you? What do autistics prefer to be called? Some prefer to be called autistics, or autistic people, or people with autism. I don't mind either way, myself, but everyone's different. What is it like to be autistic? Well, it's the same thing as it's not the same thing, but we live life as any other person. We are not defined by our condition. Yes, we struggle, but that's all it is. We struggle with certain things. We are not defined by that specific thing. We are our own person. Have you heard of an author called Temple Grandin? Most people actually don't really like. Most autistics don't like being compared to one other person. It's not nice sometimes. People don't like it. do you like being talked about in person to another person? Like, say, as I said before, if I was sitting next to someone and I was speaking for them to another speaking in front of about them, speaking about them to another person who's in front of me, I hate when that happens, when people do that. Because if someone did that to me, I'd be really upset. I'd say, listen, I have my own voice. I can speak for myself. Allow me this, please. This is the end of this video. This is Monster from I Want Cookies. Over and out. Bye.